A big part of going out by yourself, you need to be ready to pull up to the function awkward. You gotta be comfortable with being very clearly, obviously uncomfortable. And obviously, like, not all the time, but I don't know, like, you really just gotta show up as you are. People ask me, like, how I go out by myself all the time or how I travel by myself all the time, and it's literally because, like, I'm just gonna show up and I'm gonna try my best, but I'm not really gonna be that pressed about it. Sometimes I'm going to be uncomfortable at the function. Sometimes I'm not going to have the wittiest or funniest things to say. In fact, you catch me after the pen, I might not have much to say at all. But am I going to pop my butt? Absolutely.
Hey, if you're single right now, if you're in your single season and you're waiting for God to send you your person, I want you to love yourself the way that you want that person to come in and love you. Pour into yourself the same way that you want your soulmate, your wife or your husband to do one day. Whatever your love language is, whether it is physical touch, whether it is words of affirmation, whether it is gifting. If your love language is for someone to be gentle with you, to respect you, to be kind with you, to be patient with you, whatever your love language is, treat yourself in that manner. Love yourself. Pour into yourself. If you love surprises, go out and surprise yourself. Go out and buy yourself things. If you want to receive just because gifts, just because flowers, just because roses, do that for yourself. Buy yourself weekly flowers, weekly roses to put in your vase. If it's words of affirmation, speak words of encouragement. Speak positivity over you and your life. Love on you. Pour into you in the same manner that you are praying for that person to love you and pour into you. So when they come, if they can come in and they can take over, they can take your job and start loving you in that love language. They can come in and they start speaking words of affirmation over you, speaking positivity over you and your life. If they can come in and they can buy you just because gifts, if they can come in and they can treat you with respect, if they can come in and they can love on you for you. Everything that you have been doing for you in your single season, person can come in and take over, then you know God has finally sent you the one.
As somebody who's been to the club by themselves, who likes to go out by themselves, who likes a good solo date, my best advice is just not to take it that seriously. And I know that's easier said than done, but let me break it down. I saw a video of this woman who said she went to the club by herself and she was just standing there. She didn't know what to do. It wasn't as fun as everybody makes it seem. Like, what do you do when you go out by yourself? One, I think you should set your intentions, right? Do you want to go out by yourself because you want time to yourself? As in, you want to journal, you want to reflect, you want to just sit alone, you want to just enjoy your favorite dinner and not have to talk. That's completely different. But if you want to go out and be social and have a good night and talk to people, start small, work your way up. If there's something that you can handle, like getting a matcha by yourself, start there. Then go to a favorite bar, restaurant, sit at the bar. It's way easier to talk to people when you're sitting next to them. I don't know what the physics is, the sociology, what the psychology is. It's just very easy to talk to the person next to you. People seem to be a lot more open to conversation too when you're sitting at the bar. Your bartender will also chit chat with you too. That's a good start. Another thing, go to like Posh VIP or like Eventbrite. Search events in your area that are stuff that you're interested in. It doesn't have to be something big, but like cake decorating, paint and sips, candle making. Like, there are a lot of event spaces and parties that are going on, and I feel like a lot of people don't use it as a way to search. They just use it as a way to buy a ticket if they see the event on social media. Like, no, use it as a search engine, okay? And then if you want to go to the club by yourself, you cannot take yourself too seriously. If you're introverted, I think the best advice is to just have fun. At the end of the day, just keep reminding yourself you probably will never have to see none of these niggas ever again. I think a lot of times as humans, we think we matter to the next person a lot more than we actually do. And we get caught up on what we're being perceived as. Like, oh, I'm the weirdo at the club. Everybody else is here with their friends and I'm by myself. Like, everybody thinks I'm weird. When in reality, maybe somebody noticed that you were alone, but nobody really gives a fuck.
So look, I'm about to put you on game. Try it out. And then when it work, come back and find me and tell me it worked. So to my ladies who go out by themselves and you want to go to a sports bar, let me tell you how to get free drinks after you put in work. So first of all, you always dress down. Less is more, because you going here to watch the game, right? So you dress down casual. If you got any kind of sporting gear, put that on. Your jersey, if you got that, put that on. I don't have that. Cool. When you go in there, you don't make eye contact. You go straight to your seat or you go to the bar. The first order of food and drinks, you spend your own money, but you're not making eye contact. Do your research before you go. If you have a son or a brother or whatever, you ask him, who should I go for? Who's the better team? Who plays on the team? Things like that, right? So you kind of educated. You're not blind going up in there. So you got your information. You dress casual. You go, you sit to your location. You order your food. You order your drink. You're not making eye contact. As you waiting for your food, you sip on your drink. You start joking around with the bartender so that you letting people know you are approachable. You are a people person, right? Then you start making eye contact. I promise you, who you interested in will start being interested in you, right? But you focus because you're here to watch the game. And you play the game, and if the team that you decide you go for, they make a score or something, or they make a bad move, you make a facial expression or you change your body language because you're here for the game, right? 30 minutes after you go to your destination and order your first drink, and you watching the game, I guarantee you somebody's going to come up and they're going to ask you, oh, you watch sports? Who you going for? Boom. Their research that you done did, it's going to come in play. I promise you, you won't have to buy another drink or piece of food for the rest of the night.
This is my reminder for the girls. Go out, do it anyway, do it scared, do it unsure, do it a little nervous. The feelings of nervousness and anxiety and hesitation, those feelings don't go away. This is not new to me. I'm true to this, baby girl. I do this. Like, I go out by myself. I just do what I want to do in my life, and I still feel these feelings of like, ugh. But I want this to be a reminder that just because you feel awkward internally does not mean that you actually look awkward. Especially if you're an attractive woman, people might be assuming that you don't want to talk, or that you are stuck up, or that you are whatever negative thing, right? Do it a little nervous. 9 times out of 10, you won't regret it.
Ladies, I've said it before and I'm going to say it again. Pull up to events and spaces by yourself. Let me tell you why. This weekend, my big sisters had me in Potomac, and when I tell you we had a ball, we had a ball. Women who are in their 50s, they're fabulous. You would never know that they're in their 50s, but they married extremely well. I'm talking more than 25 to 30,000 square foot homes, their own personal drivers. One of my mentors is actually flying out to St. Bart's to vacation with her husband for 2 weeks, she said to me last night. First and foremost, most people don't understand what proximity can do for them. I often hear our community talk about so much mentorship, but we don't have enough sponsorship. And I would be remiss if I didn't highlight the pros of simply putting yourself in the rooms. You have to play the game a little differently. So I'm not saying we shouldn't ask for sponsorship, but I'm saying we need to put ourselves in rooms, especially as women, amongst women who we want to become over the next 20 to 30 years. So they have an identity outside of their spouses, right? They are chief operation officers. These are women who have some of the largest contracts with FANGs in the DMV area. The most important thing about these women is that they're so kind. They're so smart. They're so nurturing. They are girls. They are willing to give you the game for free. I am sitting at dinner with these women and they're talking about their ARR, their annual reoccurring revenue for their companies, and how much they're bringing in and how it's not enough.